Good morning, I'm Duncan Warnock from Tax Accountants. Today I'm going to show you a short video on how to run an employee payroll. Let's begin. So I've logged into Intuit QuickBoks Online. I'm on the main dashboard screen for ABC Company Pty Limited. I now want to navigate to the Employees section. So I'll click the left-hand menu, Employees. The list of employees is now displayed. In this case, I want to run a fortnightly pay for my recently started employee, Sydney. I've already entered the information in terms of the tax file number declaration, which has selected the options that he wants to claim the tax-free threshold and that he has no help or HECS debt. To start the pay run, I will now navigate to the top right-hand corner and select New Pay Run. And in this case, it's defaulted to the weekly pay schedule. The organisation has different pay runs for different employees. I need to select fortnightly for the employee I need to pay. So I'll select fortnightly for pay schedule. It defaults to the next pay period ending date and a planned date that the pay run will pay the money into the employee's bank account. I need to check that and make sure it's okay. In this case, I'm wanting to pay Sydney a fortnightly pay for the fortnight ending on Sunday, March 26. So that's correct, and I'm planning to pay the employee tomorrow, so that's why it's a good thing to be running the payroll today, so you've got sufficient time to get it done and know how much money you need to pay. Alright, in some cases you may need to add extra employees to a pay run, in which case you select the checkbox, but in this case I don't need to. Let's click Create. Now, a default pay run has been created in terms of default values for this employee, Sydney. His core hours are 60 hours per fortnight at $17.70 per hour. So the default pay run values have calculated the pay based on that. If I just double click on Sydney here, we will see that permanent ordinary hours, 60 hours for the fortnight rate, $17.70. Now, if the employee had been on annual leave or sick leave during that period, we would have needed to have recorded that leave prior to doing the pay run. And if we have a scenario where perhaps they should be paid for additional hours, we just need to change the hours here, and that will change the end result of the pay run. That's assuming the extra hours are just permanent ordinary hours. If it was overtime, we would need to select a different pay category if they were being paid at a higher rate. Well, let's just assume 60 hours times $17.70. Always check this. Make sure you're comfortable with the number of hours. I'll click Save. What you can also do, if you're a little bit nervous about have I calculated the right amounts, you can click on Draft Payslips here. View the details of the draft payslip. Take your time, make sure the calculations look right. Be comfortable with it before you actually finalise the pay run. Very easy to make a mistake. And we all know that payroll is an important area to get right every time. Now we've gone out of the pay run there, so we'll just go back in. So we click pay runs. That's the last pay run, pay period 13th of March. to 26th of March 2017. Let's select that. That brings it up again. Now to finalise the pay run, I just click the Finalise Pay Run button. There's a few options here. I can make the payslips available to the employees now, or I can set a future date where the payslips become available. In this case, I'm happy to make the payslips available now. I'm not going to send a notification to the employee. Again, these are options that you can always set up if you want to have automatic notifications. In this case, I'm actually just going to email my employee the payslip later on today. So I select Do Not Send Notifications, click Finalise. By doing this, the pay run data in terms of wages payable and tax calculations are now going into the core accounting system. So we've finished the pay run. So now all we need to do is get the payslip ready. There's a few options. We actually click on Send Payslips here, and we can actually do notification via email or SMS, assuming we've set up the correct details in the system for the employee. Or alternatively, we can basically just download the payslips. There's a few different ways of doing that, and email it or hand deliver to the employee. So if I click payslips there, I can download the payslip this way. Alternatively, if I'm in a rush or I have to go to a meeting or whatever it is and I didn't really get the chance, there's the finalised payslip, by the way. There are other options where, excuse me, later on in the day I can actually just go to the Employees tab, click on Sydney, navigate my way down to payslips, and there we've got the payslips, all the history. I mean, that's his first payslip, but if there's a few, we just select the right one. We can actually click on the link here and open it up, or we can click the download button, or we can do the email. There's many ways of doing it, as long as the payroll data is correct and you're able to download the payslip or get it to the employee in one way or another. That's the main thing. Alright, so bear in mind, payroll, very complex area. The end result all relies on all the settings being set up correctly. It also relies on obviously the right hours and the right pay rate. This is a simple example where the employee is being paid for 60 hours for a fortnight at $17.70, and the payroll values have been calculated based on that. For more help, contact Mass Tax Accountants, either via our website or give us a call. Alright, hope this video was useful. Thanks very much. Bye now.